We've been sold a lie about clarity. And the lie sounds like this. One day something shifts. You wake up and you just know. The fog lifts, the path appears, and suddenly everything is obvious. You have your answer, you have clarity. And so we wait for that moment. We journal, we pray, we talk it out with our friends, we make pros and con lists, we sit with it, all while quietly waiting for the big event, the moment that it all clicks. But what if clarity doesn't actually work that way? Hey, I'm Tamberly. Welcome to Digital Wellness Journal. This is episode 3 of the Clarity series. We've already talked about why clarity feels impossible when your brain is full. And we've talked about the difference between clarity and certainty. So today we're getting into what clarity actually looks like and feels like when it finally shows up. Because I think we've been expecting the wrong thing and missing it when it's already there. So I want you to picture this. You've been going back and forth on something for months. Maybe it's a job decision, a relationship, a decision about your living situation, your health, or your next move. And you're exhausted from thinking about it. You've analyzed it from every angle. You've talked yourself into it and out of it so many times, you can't even remember which way you started. And then one day, quietly without any drama at all, you just stop going back and forth with it. Not because you got an answer, not because something changed externally, but something settled internally. Something got still. And from that stillness, you just know. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly, just clear. That's clarity. And it almost always arrives like that, right? Soft, undramatic, easy to miss if you're still looking for the lightning bolt. Now, honestly, I think this is why so many women don't trust their own clarity when it shows up because it doesn't feel like what they expected. It doesn't feel big enough. They thought it would feel like certainty, like a guaranteed yes. Like, but instead, it just feels like a quiet settling, a soft knowing. And they second guess it because it wasn't loud. So let me describe what clarity actually tends to feel like in the body because this is something we don't talk about enough. Clarity usually feels like relief, like something's been holding that you've been holding loosens a little, like you can breathe in a way that you couldn't breathe before. It doesn't always feel like excitement. Sometimes it feels like a quiet, oh, like, of course, like something finally matches up with something you already knew deep down, but you hadn't let yourself say it out loud. And here's the thing, that soft knowing, it's been trying to get to you for a while. But when your brain is full of everyone else's noise, which we talked about in episode 1, there is no room for it to really land. Clarity doesn't shout. It doesn't compete for your attention. It just sits until there's enough quietness for you to hear it. So this is why dumping what's in your head is so much more than just a stress relief practice. When you get what's in your brain out, the tasks, the worries, the decisions, all the mental files that you've been holding, you then create space. And in that space, your own voice gets louder. Not because it got stronger, because the noise got quieter, right? Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot tell you how many times I've sat down to do a brain dump with no particular agenda, and I walked away knowing exactly what I needed to do about something. I thought I was something that I thought I was just completely confused about. The clarity was already there. I just couldn't hear it. So, if you've been waiting for a moment of dramatic revelation, I want to gently let you know it might have already come and gone. Or it might just be sitting there underneath the surface of all that noise. And it's just waiting, waiting for a little space. And the question isn't whether clarity is coming. The question is whether you're creating enough quiet to actually hear it when it does. So, this week, I want you to try something small, not a big journaling session, not a 2 hour reflection practice, just 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes. Put your phone down, get what's on your mind out onto paper, and then just sit there quietly for a moment. Don't look for anything. Don't force anything. Just see what's already there. And you might be surprised how much you already know. Now, we've got one more episode in this series, and it's the one I've been building towards this whole time. We're talking about what you actually do once you have clarity. Because having it and knowing and acting on it are two different things. So that's the one that's coming next. And if you want a community of women on this exact same journey, we're lightening the load and we're slowly coming back to ourselves. Come join us in the Prompted Life. It is free, it is real, and it's full of women who get it without you having to explain yourself. The link is in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.